Okay, so whew, 13th of February, daily breakdown. It was a Tuesday today. Um, Let me show you. Today we only had a yen bank holiday in actual terms of the London session. There was no news. Pre-session, there was red GBP news. Okay, so let's get into the technical analysis. So coming to EU at the start, I ended up taking only one setup today. It was a win. So coming to the 1 hour, in terms of structure, it's not shown as much. We were bullish, and then recently we broke this low right here, and we haven't done anything since. So we could have a move throughout London session where we could break this low, or we could end up breaking this high. It would just depend. But the 1 hour is not really shown as anything except for we have a 1 hour supply sitting up here with a break of structure right here. Okay. And this break of structure is a break of structure to the downside. However, you have to understand that this is also sell side liquidity being swept. Okay, and I would look at the 4 hour. We were bullish. Obviously, we broke this low. We invalidated this 1 hour supply. So it depends on what we're doing. We have gaps above, but we're also breaking structure to the downside. So the hard time frame's not showing as much. We have to look on the 5 minute. Okay, but in terms of this, I'd take this more as a bearish sign. This break of structure to the downside right here. So yeah, we scale out to the 5 minute. See what price does. So right here, I was looking like here, we could be getting some sells from EU. Now, this right here, we had a supply right here with a break of structure to the downside. However, I didn't like it because number one, let me just pull this up on MetaTrader. Actually, okay, number one, I was in a sell. I was in GJ at this time, I'm pretty sure. And secondly, look at this. I don't trade liquidity sweeps, but this is just looks textbook. And we ended up actually, I don't know if this won for a 1-to-1 at least. I didn't even give it near 1-to-1. And so we grab liquidity right here. So I've swept sell side liquidity sitting down below. So I'd be looking for buyers. And what I'd need is I'd need a break of structure here at the minimum, but a preferred break of structure would be up here. So we eventually broke structure to the upside, demand, but by the time you know it, it was past 11 a.m. and I'm off the charts at 11. So I ended up actually tapping and winning. Beautiful setup. You could have took this right here, you know, at the very start of pre-New York. Pretty sure this is, but I am off the charts by 11. So this was a great setup. If we look at this, we were coming off a 15-minute supply, but the demand also had 15-minute confluence. But yeah, I didn't take this on EU. You could have took this after London, but I'm off at AM. So EU's price action, I had directional bias. I can understand where it was going. It just didn't present me with anything. So now GJ. Clear bullish, clearly, obviously bullish. Break of structure to the upside. It's right here. Lots of sell side liquidity swept with this move down, and then we pushed up here and left this 1 hour demand sitting right here. Scaling out to the 4 hour, we have okay, scaling out to the 4 hour. We have a demand sitting down here, but this won't be tapped, so we're just gonna leave this. So again, bullish break of structures to the upside. So let's scale into the 5 minute. Now, price left us a demand right here that didn't get tapped into. So I was waiting on this, and it ended up eventually actually tapping at 8:45, and ended up giving us this entry at 8:55. So, but it was I have risk profiles for my uh for my setups. And this was a medium risk due to the fact that we have this huge gap towards here, a 1 hour demand down here, so we have this gap. And really, I would like a demand to be somewhere around here, like for example this one, and as to push here and pull back here. But the fact that we pushed up, we didn't. This is the thing, we didn't create a swing low, and I find that generally when market structure creates a swing low at the demand, it just tends to go with the flow more. So for example, if we pushed up here, create a swing low here, and then push back, great. But we're just pushing up and then pushing up. We're not. This level is just a 5 minute demand. There's not even any 15-minute confluence of it. So I was a bit hesitant in taking it. So because every time frame was bullish, and generally these type of setups, they'll either give a little bit or they'll give a lot. So I was not banking on the fact that it's going to give a lot. So I was like, okay, let me just going to get in for a 1-to-1. And ended up hitting take profit pretty smoothly. There was not a lot of sitting and drawdown here. And price eventually took out this high right here and ended up kind of doing its own thing. Didn't come back and fill this gap in. Did it do it? No, it's just been going up ever since. So that was the setup I caught on GJ. If we look at GU now, GU same kind of price action, coming off a 1 hour demand, second tap though, so I'm not gonna pay much attention to this. Break of structures to the upside. We broke this high, broke this high here. We're not coming off a 1 hour supply. Always want to check for that. 4 hour breaking structure to the upside. We've actually swept south side liquidity down here. So we've swept it here and we're pushing up, broke structure to the upside. So the 4 hour is giving us a bullish bias, even though we've broke structure previously. We have swept south side liquidity down here, break of structures to the upside, and we have gaps up here to fill. So if we scale into the 5 minute, I was honestly considering taking this if it pulled back down to here, but I didn't think it was going to, and it actually didn't. Now it left one of these demands here and one of these up here. Now this is super high. Um, this was actually high probability, so there was a gap attached right here when this tapped, and I was wait, was there? No, there wasn't. It was this one. So it was this. So if we look at the 1 hour, we're not at any zones anymore yet again. And so I was honestly looking at this demand, but then when we were given this, I was thinking, do I want to get in this? Um, I mean, we have a lot of bullish momentum coming here, but there's no real break of structure. So, for example, this demand has not broken any structure. This one has. So this one broke this high. This demand is just, it has, I mean, you can count kind of this as a break of structure. It broke this by like a tiny bit, but there's no real like major break of structure. So, for example, at this level, we broke above this high and then we would retrace back here. We didn't break anything. We're just bullish. So you're basically banking on the fact that we're bullish, we're moving with bullish momentum. I'm gonna take it and I go for a max 1-to-1 and just say, I hope I can catch some of this move. Now I didn't like it because look at the pound pairs. The pound pairs at this point have already pushed up, so they've been affected by 7 a.m. news, and then they've been bullish ever since. And I was thinking, 20 minutes before us get off the charts, no real break of structure high. I'm just gonna watch it. And what it ended up doing was gave break of candle here, and these rejections were great, bullish engulfing. We pushed up here and then take profit was hit. I actually think, um, yeah. So take profit was hit pretty quickly. There wasn't much sitting around in drawdown on GU, but I just decided to just stay out of it because we were so high. You don't know when you're gonna come back down, and GU actually pushed up a little bit more, and then obviously 130 news pushed it down here. So that's the analysis breakdown for the end of the day. Euro USD had a setup that I was waiting for. I was waiting for a setup exactly like this. It just threw the setup a bit after I'm off the chart, so can't do anything about that really. GJ, I caught this 1-to-1 demand, so up 1%. And GU, I just ended up watching this setup just because I don't want to. February's been really rough at the start. It's just been really bad distribution, and market conditions have been rough. So, and last week ended a losing week actually, one of the first losing weeks in a long time. And so I thought yesterday we ended in profit. We were 2-to-1, and today we're up 1-0. I don't want to just take this and give it back. I'm okay with being up 2% for the first 2 days of the week. I don't want to give it back and only be up 1% when I can just be up 2. It's not a high quality enough setup for me to want to risk my capital on this, so I just ended up staying out of this. And yeah, it was an alright day. It's an alright day.